It's Ram Truck Month at AJ Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Berwick. The refreshed Ram 1500 is the 2025 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And this 2025 Laramie is $15,000 off MSRP. And this 2025 Tradesman Crew Cab is $15,000 off MSRP. It's your choice, Ram 1500 or 2500. Both are $15,000 off MSRP. Going on right now for Ram Truck Month at AJ Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And you know, we like to check in with law enforcement wherever they may be, trying to bring you updates and information on situations happening in their area. Very glad to welcome to the program Lieutenant Ricky Hartley. Ricky, thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So, Lieutenant, I'm to understand over at Morgan City Police Department, you guys have gotten a Mr. Granger here with some difficult information, and want to share that information with us about some second-degree rape charges.
Yes, sir. Mr. Granger, Mr. Rongel Granger, we received a complaint last year on February 8th. It came from a concerned parent. Her complaint was that she believed that her daughter, her child was sexually assaulted. An investigation began at that point, looking into the allegations. At which time, evidence was collected that corroborated her statements and her accusations. So we developed Mr. Granger as a suspect through this and through the investigation, and determined that we needed to speak with him and locate him. The detectives of the division attempted to make contact with Mr. Granger, attempted to look for him, went around town, knocking on doors and whatnot, and it was then found that it was believed that he fled the area. So recently on this was just on January 18th, we were contacted by the Middletown, Rhode Island authorities, advising that they had a subject that they believed to be Mr. Granger. Believe he was checked with the getting fingerprints analysis done there. Believe he originally was being a little false with him, giving a fake name or whatnot. So they ran his name. He got in trouble there, I believe. When they found that we had warrants on him, they contacted us. We then we took actions by letting them know we're coming. We had to contact an outside agency to do transport for the subject because Rhode Island is quite a ways. And Mr. Granger was transported to the Morgan City Police Department yesterday evening, at which time he was booked in.
Okay. And can we talk about some of the charges that maybe he was booked under that you guys have right now?
Yes. Yes, the charges that we booked him on was indecent behavior with a juvenile, second-degree rape, and also possession of juvenile pornography, child pornography.
Yeah, and so again, it echoes all the time about the importance of how you guys are able to kind of coordinate and work. I mean, this is as far as Rhode Island, right? To be able to get somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was great, and hats off to the officer that took the initiative that went further with his investigation up there to determine that he was possibly given a false name and checked and had him fingerprinted and whatnot, and that's what popped up. It was a amazing job on their part as well.
Yeah, and so again, being able to coordinate, getting an outside agency to be able to bring him down, and now having him incarcerated so we can kind of bring to justice, whatever it is. I know everybody's, they're innocent until proven guilty, but again, we have these charges and we have these reports, and we always want to make sure for a family, for somebody that may have been violated like this, some validation that this person's off the street. I think very often parents, first and foremost, want to make sure that somebody else doesn't have this happen to them or potentially happen to them, and you guys have gotten him off the streets in that case, and we appreciate it very, very much.
And Tom, like obviously it brings great satisfaction to know that the family can rest at ease knowing that he is in custody at this point.
Right. And so very good with that. We appreciate it. Now, on another front, we know that things are changing a little bit. It's, we turn the calendar, and the first thing people in our area think about are two things: king cakes and Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. Yeah.
So I'm hoping somebody's been able to bring some king cakes over to Morgan City Police Department.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had several people donating and generously, and of course they were very well welcome.
No, that's right. So speaking to the other side of king cakes with Mardi Gras, let's talk a little bit about some of the preparation that you guys have. Wonderful Mardi Gras over in Morgan City. Actually, my wife and I, because she's from there, we actually go and participate some of the parades just because it's a really fun experience. Great. So we love going out there doing that. So tell us a little bit about what the department is doing to get ready.
We made contact with outside agencies that helped us in the past. And like Thibodeau and Natchitoches and these agencies has been a huge help for us, and we try to reciprocate and do the same with them by sending officers to the area when it's needed. But yeah, gearing up the officers, make sure all the equipment and everything's working properly, and making sure that the citizens are informed of the parade routes, and of course the do's and don'ts on the parade routes and things like that.
So again, it talks about and echoes the importance of being able to see combinations with working with other people. Sometimes in Mardi Gras, North Louisiana doesn't have as much going on as we do, and kind of sharing that time on the different parade routes and days. Where can people go to get that information about how that's going to be? Is there a website, or is there a place where they can get that information?
Yes, we'll be posting up. We'll be soon posting everything about the parades, parade routes, times, things like that, and that'll be on the www.morgancity.org. Morgan City Police, .org.
MorganCityPolice.org. We appreciate it. Well, Lieutenant, can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing this information with us. Thanks for getting that gentleman off the street, and quite frankly, thank you for making it easier during Mardi Gras to get people on the street, being able to see the parades and enjoy it. So we appreciate your time today. Thanks for keeping everybody over in Morgan City safe.
Thank you. Y'all be safe. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. All right, guys, and we're glad to bring you that information. And that'll do it for this particular segment. But don't go anywhere. A lot more Bayou time when we continue.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.